I found my daughter standing in the corner of her room at 3 a.m., facing the wall, whispering in a language I didn't recognize. When I turned her around, her eyes were rolled back, and she smiled at me with someone else's smile. That was the night I knew we had made a terrible mistake. Let me start from the beginning. My name is Kofi, and I'm writing this from my brother's apartment in the city. I can't go back to that house. None of us can. But I need to tell someone what happened, so here it is. 3 months ago, my wife Amma and I bought a piece of land in our village to build our dream home. The land was cheap, too cheap really, but we were young and stupid and thought we were getting a great deal. The plot was on the edge of the village, near the old forest. Beautiful spot, quiet, private. My uncle came to see the land before we broke ground. He's old, maybe 70, and he knows every inch of our village. When he saw where we were building, his face went gray. Not here, he said. Build anywhere but here. I laughed it off. Uncle, it's just land. This is not just land. This place is forgotten for a reason. He told us a story, but I didn't want to hear it. Something about warriors buried here centuries ago. Men who died badly. Men who were never given proper rights. The village had left this spot empty for generations. They're still here, my uncle said. They're angry. They're waiting. Amma and I exchanged looks. We loved my uncle, but he was old-fashioned, superstitious. This was 2024, not 1824. We had a loan to pay off and a baby on the way. We needed this house. We built anyway. The construction went wrong from the start. 3 different workers quit in the first 2 weeks. One of them, a guy named Kwame, pulled me aside on his last day. "Boss, something's not right here," he said. "Yesterday I was digging for the foundation and my shovel hit something. I pulled up a human skull, then another. And another. Where are they?" I asked. "I buried them again. Quick, I'm not touching those bones. And I'm not coming back." I should have stopped right there. I should have filled in the hole and walked away. But I just hired new workers and kept going. We moved in 2 months ago. The house was perfect. 4 bedrooms, a modern kitchen, a big yard for our daughter Akoshua. She was 4 years old and loved the new space. At first, the first week was normal. Then little things started happening. Amma would put her keys on the kitchen counter and find them in the bedroom. I'd close a door and hear it open again minutes later. We'd smell smoke when nothing was burning. Just small things. Annoying things. "Old house settling," I said, even though the house was brand new. Then Akosha started talking about the men. "Mama, the men in my room don't like you," she said one morning at breakfast. Amma's coffee cup stopped halfway to her lips. "What men, baby?" "The dark men. They stand around my bed. They watch me sleep. Kids have imaginary friends. That's normal." That's what I told myself. But then Akoshwa stopped sleeping. She'd scream in the middle of the night, and we'd run to her room to find her sitting up in bed, staring at the corner, tears running down her face. "They're angry, Papa. They want us to leave." I started hearing things too. Footsteps in the hallway when everyone was asleep. Voices speaking in low tones, almost like chanting. One night I woke up and every door in the house was wide open. Every single one. I had locked them all before bed. Amma started having the dreams. She'd wake up gasping, telling me about warriors with spears standing around our bed, staring down at us. She said she could smell blood and earth. She said they were trying to tell her something, but she couldn't understand the old language. Maybe we should talk to someone, she said. A priest, or someone who knows about these things. It's just stress, I said. New house, new baby coming. We're just tired. I was lying to myself. I was lying to her. I knew something was wrong. Things got worse fast. I came home from work one day and found Amma in the backyard, digging with her bare hands. Her fingernails were bleeding. She was covered in dirt. "What are you doing?" I shouted. She looked up at me, but her eyes were wrong, empty. "They want to come up," she said in a flat voice. "They want to be seen." I pulled her inside and washed her hands. She snapped out of it and started crying. She didn't remember going outside, didn't remember digging. That's when I called my uncle. He came the next day with 2 other elders from the village. They walked through the house slowly, not saying much. In Akosua's room, one of them stopped and made a sharp sound. "This is the center," he said. "This is where they buried the commander, the one who led them." They went outside and walked the property. After about an hour, they came back inside and sat us down. "You built your house on top of a mass grave," my uncle said. "Not just any grave. These were warriors who were betrayed and killed by their own people. They were accused of cowardice and buried without honor. No rites, no prayers, just thrown in a pit like animals." "That was hundreds of years ago," I said. "To them, it was yesterday. They're still here, still angry, and now you've disturbed them. You've built your home on top of their shame." "What do we do?" Amma asked. The other elder shook his head. "Leave. That's all you can do. You can't make peace with this. It's too old, too deep, too angry. We just built this house. We put everything we have into it. Then you'll lose more than money if you stay," my uncle said. "You'll lose yourselves." I didn't want to believe him. I wanted to think there was another way. But that night, the night I mentioned at the start, I found Akoshwa standing in the corner. She was whispering in a language I'd never heard. Deep, guttural, not a child's voice at all. When I turned her around, her eyes were rolled back, showing only white, and she smiled at me. But it wasn't her smile. It was the smile of someone much older, someone cruel. "Papa," she said in that wrong voice, "we've been waiting so long. Your daughter is so warm, so alive. Can we borrow her for a while?" I grabbed her and shook her. "Akosua, wake up!" Her eyes rolled back down and she started crying, confused and scared. She didn't remember anything. That was it. That was enough. We left that night, packed what we could carry, and drove to my brother's place in the city. We didn't even lock the door behind us. We've been here for 2 weeks now. I tried to go back once during the day to get more of our things. I couldn't do it. I parked outside and sat in the car for 20 minutes, but I couldn't make myself walk to the door. The house looked wrong, even in daylight, like it was leaning somehow, even though I knew it was standing straight, like it was breathing. I saw something moving in Akoswa's window, a shadow, tall, watching me. I drove away and I'm never going back. The bank keeps calling about the mortgage payments. I don't know what to tell them. How do you explain this? How do you make someone understand that your house is full of angry ghosts? That your daughter was being used by something dead? My uncle says the land will eventually take the house back. It always does. He says there have been 3 other houses built on that spot over the centuries. None of them lasted more than a year. People either left or died. The land always wins. Last night, Akoswa woke up screaming. When we ran to her, she was crying. They followed us, Papa. They're here too. They say we took something that belongs to them. I don't know what that means. I don't know what we took, but sometimes late at night, I hear whispering outside our window. And when I check, there's no one there. Just footprints in the dirt. Bare feet, dozens of them, all facing our building. We're leaving the city tomorrow, going to my wife's family in another region. Maybe distance will help. Maybe they can't follow us that far. But I don't think so. I think we woke something up. I think we brought it into our lives and now it won't let go. If you're reading this and you're thinking about buying cheap land, ask why it's cheap. Ask the old people. Ask the elders. Listen to their stories. Some places are empty for a reason. Some places should stay empty. We learned that too late. And now, I think it might be too late for us too.